Welcome to Mancave Movies.
Well, hello everybody here on YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Mancave Movies. A pickup video, and a pretty big one, to be honest. The funniest thing is, I've just got back from a week's vacation, a holiday in Tenerife, and it was beautiful. It was lovely, but I'm not a big fan of the sun, as you can probably tell by my pasty porcelain doll looks. I like to lie in the shade as much as I can, but I did get a bit of sun, which is good. But I did, while I was lying there, do a lot of ordering online. I got some pickups from Amazon and from Arrow. So when I came home yesterday, I had packages galore to open, and I've opened them all, and I'm ready to show them on video. And I've got to be honest, I am so happy. There's some big titles here, but I've got one for the Holy Grail for me, which I'm excited to talk about. And of course, we love to talk about Arrow on this channel, and it's a big Arrow episode. There's loads of Arrow. So I'm looking forward to it, everybody. Once again, if you enjoy the videos, we're on 166 subscribers in a week. We've done really well. I can't believe it. In a week, we've garnered all this attention. Thank you so much for all the subs, and just drop a like on the video, share, all that good stuff. And I'm looking forward to making more content here on the channel of Mancave Movies. It's a big passion of mine, as you all know, and you know, as well as video games, and comic book culture, I'm a big movie fan. So like everybody else, I hope you enjoy, and thank you for all the new subs, all the YouTubers who are movie people, like Popcorn and Horror, Horror Todge, TOJ, Mondo Chelovic, of course, loads more. Thank you so much for your subs and the mentions and the shout outs. John, thank you for the shout out on your video. Very much appreciated. But yeah, let's get on with the pickups. I'm going to start with my 4K titles. I got some 4K titles, which I am over the moon with. I just picked them up, ordered them online. They were at really good prices on Amazon. And the first one up today is a video that, I mean, I saw this years ago, way back in the 90s, and I remember seeing this on a really dodgy VHS copy. But it is the 4K and the Blu Ray, and it is Cat's Eye. Yes, it is. Everybody's picking this up at the moment. Stephen King's Cat's Eye with Drew Barrymore and James Woods, who I am a big fan of. Controversial. A lot of people have it in for James Woods because of his political views and stuff. But as an actor, I love him. And he pops up later on in my video as well with more of the pickups. But yeah, there we go. Nice slip cover on it as well. Really nice slip cover on this. And of course, the beautiful 4K as well. There we go. Cat's Eye. I'm glad I got this one. I'm trying to pick up stuff like with 4K collecting. It's not just like buy every 4K that I can find. It's buying 4Ks that are mean something to me, and you know, if it's really weird. If it doesn't mean as much to me, I'll go with the Blu-ray because it's cheaper. But if it does mean a lot to me, then I will go with the 4K. And that's kind of what I'm doing at the moment with my collecting. So, more 4K goodness. I picked this up for a really good deal on Amazon. I think I got it for like £22. And I have it on Blu-ray. I have it on digital download, but I don't have the 4K. And I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to have a little look and see if I can get the 4K. And I did. And it is the mighty Spider-Man No Way Home. This is a great movie. Really good movie. Really sad it doesn't come in the slipcover. I know there's a special edition and you can get the slip, but really nothing, you know, great with the thing as well. I haven't opened them yet, but there you go. Spider-Man No Way Home. Great collection. Speaking of superhero, as you can probably tell, I'm a big superhero fan, so I did go see Doctor Strange a couple of weeks ago, the Multiverse of Madness. I really enjoyed it. I'm actually really looking forward to the 4K for that one, because that's going to be pretty special. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Amazing. But of course, I've got another one to pick up here. Now, this is, believe it or not, growing up in the late 80s and the early 90s, this is one of the movies that I remember the most. It's so cool that over there, so I can't even point, but over there, I actually have a VHS copy of this, along with a DVD copy. And I have to say, I am super happy to have this in 4K in the collection. It is Howard the Duck. I freaking love this film. I know it's like really bad, and a lot of people like tell me it's, you know, that it's horrendous, but I think it was great for its time. You know, the comedy, it's wrong. Don't get me wrong, it's so wrong. The fact that a female in her early 20s is having sexual relations with a duck, but there you go. Whatever floats your boat. Quack quack. So yeah, Howard the Duck. The one of the first big Marvel movie, a Marvel character. People forget that as well. So there you go, Howard the Duck. Nothing special about the 4K itself. No slip as well, but great 4K for the collection. And this next one, oh my goodness. When I saw this, I was like, I have to get it. I really want to watch this again and see what it looks like when it comes to the picture quality and everything like that. Because I remember growing up in the 90s and seeing this movie for the first time. And back then, even with the VHS grain and the kind of color of the actual, you know, the tint and the way it looked on VHS, it still looked good for its time. And I'm really excited to see how this 4K looks in Ultra HD. I really hope it does it justice. And it is one of my childhood favorites, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and it comes in the most amazing slip. I do enjoy this slip cover. It's really cool. Let's see. There we go. Oh, it's so cool. So there we go. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I will be watching this again. I think I'm going to watch this with a little one, my little girl, and try and get her into watching some of these 4Ks and enjoy them the way I did when I was younger. But now we're moving on to a big collection of movies from that company. You all know it's time to go for that segment. Bring it on in.
I got him.
All right, so first one. Now this was something I remember seeing years ago on a dodgy bootleg copy that my dad had, and just images of the movie come back to me, and I remember like watching it when I shouldn't have, basically. Forgot about it completely. And then John Mondocelovic, if you haven't followed him, you know, links in the description. He did a review of this, and I saw it last week, and I was like, oh my goodness. Floodgates were open, memories start coming back, start remembering this movie, and I couldn't believe it. And when I saw the special edition, the 4K version of this, I was like, I have to get it. And it is Dario Argento's Creepers. I did it. I went for it. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous 4K from Arrow. It's got lots of stuff inside. I haven't opened it yet. I know some of you are like, open it up, but not yet. I want to just keep it like this for a little bit longer before I do open it. But I'm so happy I got this in the collection. Creepers, Dario Argento. Next up, another 4K from Arrow. This is the last of the 4Ks. Another movie which means a lot to me because not only does it have the one and only 7 degrees of separation when it comes to Kevin Bacon. Yes, that's right. Kevin Bacon was amazing in the 90s and the late 80s, but it also stars an actor that I remember a lot growing up, mainly because my dad used to read the books about this character from one of these movies. And this actor sadly passed away. I think it was last week, the week before. And it was the late, great Mr. Stop right there. Me from the past. And here I am in the future. I can't believe that I said the actor that I'm about to say. I said Burt Ward. And I think it's because I was reading an article this morning about Batman and Robin back in the day. And it's not Burt Ward. It's Fred Ward. So please disregard the Burts. It's Fred Ward who I'm talking about. Pass back to past me. Bye. Burt Ward. Now the movie and the books that my dad used to watch and read was Remo. Now I don't have Remo from Arrow yet. I am going to get that, but I did have to get this 4K. It's been on my. I'm like, I need to just go for it, and it was Tremors. I have been told that this looks phenomenal. The way Arrow have done this is amazing. They've done a really good transfer of this. Lots of special features as well. Listen, after Tremors 1, it's all horrendous. I've seen most of them. Tremors, the original, was just so good. Everything about that movie the effects, the way that the kind of giant worms looked was just amazing for its time. And Burt Ward is so badass. He's so badass and cool. I mean, Kevin Bacon's playing the kind of young cowboy who's the kind of, you know, the heartthrob with the female interest and stuff. But Burt Ward in that movie, there's something about him. He was so badass, always cantankerous and, you know, moody, but always had a really good kind of one-liner coming out, you know. I thought he was a fantastic actor. Sadly passed away a couple of weeks ago now. But I'm glad I've added that to the collection. All right, moving on to some Blu Rays. Some Blu Rays. Before I get to my last one, you probably noticed in the thumbnail there was something there, a Holy Grail. There is a Holy Grail in this bunch. Something that after watching the first video or the first movie of this, I thought I need the whole collection. Some of the prices were pretty extortionate, but I found a really good price on eBay, and I'll tell you all about it very shortly. But up next, we got a Blu-ray. Now, as you know, I'm a big horror fan, and I remember watching this movie when I was younger. This left a lasting impression on me. There is something about this movie. It's very underrated. It's a bit of a slow burner, but God almighty, there are scenes in this film that still stay with me to this day. One of the scenes I'm going to tell you right now, you might know when I tell you the scene. It's a long camera shot down a hospital aisle. So like in a hospital, and the doctors are walking past, and then all of a sudden someone walks past with a sheet over them with a giant set of like shears, and they're basically going to cut someone's head off. And there's something about that image that always stays with me. And the movie in question is William Peter Blatty's The Exorcist 3. This movie is so underrated. It really is. George C. Scott's in it, who is amazing, is the kind of the detective, but it still stars the original from the original movie of The Exorcist, the priest who is still possessed, and they have these scenes where they're sitting in the prison having a conversation, and the demons come out. It's so scary, slow burner, but a really good movie. I love this one. So that's The Exorcist 3. Next up is what I would say, it's not exactly a video nasty, but it was always talked about growing up as something, you know, it will take you further than fear was the actual tagline. And it kind of is a bit of a video nasty. When you watch it now, I don't think it is as much, but back then it was. And it is the Blu-ray of The Burning. Don't have this one in the collection. Don't even have a DVD copy of this. So I am really happy to get this. I think I've seen this movie years ago, but I don't remember much of it. So this is definitely going to be getting watched along with a review with my Arrow movie reviews that are coming up. Don't forget, keep watching. In the next couple of days, there's going to be a review coming up for The Chill Factor. I hope you enjoy it. It's a bit of tongue-in-cheek review, but I hope you enjoy it. That's coming up in a couple of days. Next one is one that I didn't know much about, but I think I must have watched when I was on vacation or holiday there in Tenerife. I watched many, many videos of other movie channels, and a lot of people have added this to their collection recently, and I thought, you know what? Maybe I need to get this and watch it. And I have to say the slipcover is really sleek as well, and it is The Deeper You Dig. A lot of people picking this up at the moment. Nice Blu-ray, as you can see. Beautiful clear case of Arrow, but really nice slipcover. It's a bit of a kind of a weird one. Themes of family loss and survival intersect on the thin line that separates the living from the dead, and the deeper you dig. I'm looking forward to getting into this. This one's getting watched in a couple of days as well. So there we go. The deeper you dig. Right, I did mention earlier on about James Woods. James Woods, some great movies he's been in over the years, of course. One of my favorite things I remember him in was the voice of Hades in Hercules. Absolutely brilliant and ahead of its time when it came to voice work in animation and stuff. It was so it was for kids, but there was a lot of kind of adult, kind of hidden underlying jokes there with Hades. I loved it. But this movie, I remember watching this on DVD, and I watched it a lot. I do remember watching this many, many times. It's got a lot of great actors in it, but James Woods is the star. And I have to say, it's so far from a kind of movie that he would do. But I just think it's amazing. It is John Carpenter's Vampires. This isn't an Arrow. I don't know why I've pulled this one up now, but it's Indicator. As you can see, I've put it in the wrong section, but it's here. There you go. It just looks like Arrow, you know, with the little colors. Maybe I'm still learning about Arrow. Maybe Indicators. I don't know. I'm still learning, people. I'm still learning, but I am looking forward to watching this again. I think this movie was so good. John Carpenter, man, at his best. Amazing. All right, 2 big boxes coming up next. Last 2. Next one is a Blu-ray. Now, the reason I went with the Blu-ray was I looked at the 4K and I've heard a lot of reviews and people saying that there's not much difference between the 4K and the Blu-ray, especially when it comes to the packaging and the box. So I thought, well, I'm going to go for the cheaper option of the Blu-ray, and it is the classic Clive Barker movie, which is awesome. And I have to say, I can't wait to watch all the special features from this. It's Candyman. Say his name 5 times, and bad things will happen. I do like this Blu-ray box set. I like the cover. It comes with a booklet as well. But as I said, I was so close to getting the 4K, but I thought it's more or less the same, you know. So I went with the Blu-ray instead. So there we go, Candyman for the collection. And finally, this is the Holy Grail I was talking about. Now, the reason I'm telling you about this was I didn't bite the bullet. I think they were selling for like £60, £40 here and there. I just late last week, while I was on vacation, I was lying in bed. It was late at night. The little one was sleeping. The wife was sleeping. And I went on eBay. And this one was literally going to sell in like 20 minutes. The time was running out. And no one had taken a bite at it. And I think the person had it up for 35, but it said, make me an offer. So I thought, these make offer things on eBay. You never get the offer you want. So I thought, well, I'll go for it. And I know it's like always when you make the offer, it'll say instantly rejected, or they'll say no, and you have to do it 3 or 4 times. Believe it or not, I bid £22 for this. £22. And it got accepted right away. Someone must have just needed the money. And I'm so happy because I watched the first movie of this last week, and I forgot how much I love it. I love how weird and crazy it is. But after watching it, I was like, I need more. I need the full collection. And it is my Holy Grail for this episode, the Phantasm Complete Collection box set. Don Coscarelli's Phantasm. Now, as you can see, look at this. These, I've got to get that in the light there. All of these cases I'm going to show you in a second. But look at all the stuff in this. There is so much special features. Now, it means now that I'm just going to trade in my Phantasm 1 to CEX. But look, it's got the alternative covers, which I love. Inside, we've got the disc and the other cover. So you got Phantasm 1 there. Probably my favorite of the Phantasms. It's going to be controversial, but Phantasm 2. There was something about Phantasm 2 in the 80s that I really loved. So there we go, Phantasm 2. It also comes with the reversible slip. Next one is Phantasm 3, Lord of the Dead. Look at the tall man. God, he scared me when I was a kid. That guy scared me when I was a kid. Next up is Phantasm 4. Phantasm 4. Oblivion, I've been told. I don't remember this one, but I have been remembering that people saying it was one of the worst. This was one of the worst. But I don't care because I get to watch it because it's part of the collection now. And the final one, Phantasm 5, Ravager, which I watched and I quite enjoyed. Cheesy, but good. Really, really good movie. Just proper cheese. And again, all these features. But this one for me, I'm so happy I've got in the collection to get the Phantasm box set. And it looks great. You know, on the shelf, just looks amazing. Awesome. So, yeah, those are my pickups, everybody. I hope you enjoyed them. Don't forget, I've got a video coming out in a couple of days. A review, an Arrow movie, my first Arrow movie review of The Chill Factor. A bit of a tongue-in-cheek one which I hope you enjoy. So that's coming up in a couple of days. But thank you once again for watching, everybody. It's a pleasure. I'm enjoying this. I've got a newfound passion for this movie channel. I just want to keep it growing and growing and keep putting more content out there. Please leave a comment in the box below. I'll get back to you. I try and get back to all my comments as much as you can. Drop a comment, and of course, if you've got a channel, drop it down there. I'll sub and come and watch all the movie content. I've now followed quite a few people over the last couple of weeks, and I'm enjoying all the content. So take care of yourselves and each other. I'll see you all soon. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. And good night. Bye-bye.